Shading Venn diagrams looks like this. We want to shade everything in B. So first you got to label these interior pieces as A or B. Shade everything in B, but do it lightly. I'm going to shade diagonally up to the right, and then shade everything in not A. Not A is everything but this A circle, as if somebody shot a bullet or a BB through a piece of paper, and all of this not A region gets shaded, not A, all the way around the horn. We want to figure out where those two shadings overlap. The intersection are the harder of the two problems. The intersection we're looking for, where do they overlap? If you used yellow for the B circle and green for the not A area, then the blue would be where they overlap. Yeah. So let's draw the final answer for this guy. The final answer for this guy, yellow and green make black. Only where they overlap. So I see the diagonal up to the right and diagonal down to the right, and those things are right in here. So we only shade the overlappage of not A and B. Some of you guys might be able to do this in your head and not have to do that light shading, keep where they overlap. And then we just erase everything else. And the final answer looks like that. How would you describe that final answer's shape? If you were on Sesame Street, how would you do it? It's a what? It's a crescent moon. Or it's a cookie that has somebody has taken a bite out of it. Okay? Let's do this one. Not be unioned with regular A. The cool thing about union is you shade it, you keep them both. So here we go on the union. There's A, there's B. Shade everything that's not in the circle B. That's everything but the B circle. That's everything over here. Can't go into the B circle, but you can shade everywhere else. Union that with everything in the A circle. Union with everything in the A circle. And then keep it all. So we just shade around the horn, maybe a little bit darker, and keep out of the B circle. The cool thing about using Pearson for this is you just click those zones and then they color them in. Has anybody tried it yet? Not too bad. So they're like negatives of each other. Isn't that neat? So De Morgan would say, oh, hey, if I say everything that's not in that area, then they're exactly the same. That's cool. So I don't get to name this the Smith formula, even though I figured that out. I'm not bitter about that. A, B, and C. Oh, there's three this time. It doesn't matter where you put your A, B, and C, just as long as you are consistent about these problems. Shade the intersection of A and B. Now that I've done two problems, can you visualize where just the overlappage of A and B is? What shape is the overlappage part for A and B? Where does circle A overlap with circle B? It's shaped like a football. So we're going to shade everything in here. That's the overlappage of A and B, the intersection of A and B. Then we get to union that. I love that because that means keep it all. With not C. So shade everything that's not in circle C. So here we go. Shading things that are not in circle C. How good were you at coloring when you were in kindergarten? pathetic. Did you outline everything first and then shade inside the outlines? Ooh, I don't remember kindergarten. How would you describe this shape? It's everything. It's all should be equal darkness. Yeah.
Why don't you shade in the little things that are DNA?
Why don't I shade in the what?
The little things that are DNA.
These guys?
Yeah.
Because they're in C. And I only want to shade things that aren't in C.
So then why is this shaded?
Why is this shaded?
Yeah.
Because that was part of the intersection of A and B. I started with the intersection of A and B, and that's this whole football. Union means keep that whole football and keep everything here too. So if this was the intersection of not C and the intersection of A and B, then we're talking about this, just this torpedo looking top. Union means shade everything here, keep it, and go on to the next problem. Yeah.
Why number 2 then you shade in target if it's not?
Okay. I shaded not B. What's up?
Look at you on camera.
Say what?
That's your little camera view.
Ah, very nice, me.
Can you wait